Very much, dear viewers, for being with us today. We're having our 6th meeting of the Commission for the Selection of the future Director of the Bureau for Economic Security. As you remember, in our last meeting, we have decided to postpone the decision on 4 candidates, pending the responses that we were waiting for from our contractor that organized the testing. Today, I would like to propose to you, dear colleagues, to decide on these 4 candidates. But before we proceed, let me just ensure that we have the quorum. Let me just say that we did comply with the publicity requirement of announcing this meeting on the website of the Cabinet of Ministers. So first thing first, let's see if we have a quorum. Donatas?
Yes, present.
Thank you. Oleg?
Present.
Yuri? Thank you.
Present.
Jim?
Present.
Thank you. Tatiana? Tatiana is not present. And Laura Stefan, I'm present. We have 5 members of the commission. Therefore, we have a quorum to have the meeting today. I propose to you one point on the agenda, which is to decide on the complaints of 4 candidates, Mr. Titarchuk, Mr. Kalatur, Mr. Plachkov, and Mr. Fokin. If you have additional items that you'd like to have included on the agenda, please tell us now. I don't see any hand raised. Therefore, I propose to you to adopt this agenda. We're voting for the adoption of the agenda of today, which is focused on deciding on the complaints of 4 candidates. We'll go again to vote. Donatas?
Yes, I vote in favor for adoption of agenda.
Thank you. Oleg? Thank
I
you.
vote in favor.
Yuri?
I vote in favor. I vote in favor for approval of agenda.
Thank you. Jim?
I also vote in favor of approval of the agenda.
And I vote in favor for the approval of the agenda. We have 5 votes in favor for the adoption of the agenda. Therefore, the agenda is adopted. Now, let me tell you briefly that we have received, as you all know, responses from our contractors regarding the complaints of the candidates. In my view, I think they articulate very clearly answers to the issues that were raised by the candidates. And I think we are in a position to actually decide on whether we will accept or not the complaints of each of the candidates. But I would like to open the floor to you to hear your views on these points.
Ms. Chairwoman, just a few thoughts from my side. Well, in general, after general ability testing was completed, we have received 4 complaints from Mr. Mikhailo Titarchuk, Mr. Maxim Kalatur, Mr. Dmitro Plachkov, and Mr. Sergei Fokin. These complaints were urgently referred to the contractor by the Commission, and we requested comprehensive response for this complaint. Now, the Commission has received official response from the contractor. This official response will be immediately sent back to candidates for review. Therefore, I believe that we have all grounds to consider this item.
Thank you very much, Oleg. If there are other interventions. Okay, I don't see any raised hands. Therefore, let's go to vote. The first complaint is the complaint of Mr. Titarchuk. And I would like to propose to you for voting. My proposal is to reject the complaint of Mr. Titarchuk, and we'll go immediately to voting unless you would like to further discuss this item. Okay. I don't see any raised hands, therefore we'll go to vote. Donatas?
Yes, I vote in favor to reject the complaint of Mr. Titarchuk.
Thank you. Oleg?
Ms. Chair, as far as I understand, one of the commission members is experiencing some technical issue. Maybe let's check if Mr.
We
Yuri
don't
is
have-
able to reconnect, to rejoin us.
Yes, let's wait for Mr. Yuri to reconnect. Indeed, we have lost Mr. Yuri and we will restart the voting when he comes back. May I ask the Secretariat to try to reach out to Mr. Yuri? Yes, we have Mr. Yuri back. Okay.
I'm so sorry. There was some issue with the internet, but I have rejoined you. I'm here again. Sorry. Apologies.
Thank you very much, Yuri. And just to be very clear, we will restart the voting. I propose to you to reject the complaint that Mr. Titarchuk formulated, and I will invite you to vote on this. Donatas?
Yes, once again, I vote in favor of rejecting the complaint of Mr. Titarchuk.
Thank you. Oleg?
In favor.
Yuri?
In favor.
Thank you. Jim?
I also vote in favor of rejection of Mr. Titarchuk.
Thank you. And I also vote in favor of the rejection of Mr. Titarchuk. Therefore, we have 5 votes in favor of the rejection of the complaint formulated by Mr. Titarchuk. I want to underline what Oleg has already said. All the candidates will receive the letters that were submitted to us by the contractor in response to their complaint. Let's move to the next complainant, and this is Mr. Maxim Galatur. I would like to propose to you to reject the complaint that Mr. Calatur formulated. And unless we have interventions on this point, I suggest we go straight to voting. I don't see any hands raised, therefore we'll go to voting. Donatas?
Yes, I vote in favor of rejecting Mr. Calatur's appeal.
Thank you very much, Oleg.
Me too, in favor.
Thank you. Yuri?
Me too, in favor.
James?
I also vote in favor of rejecting Mr. Calatur's appeal.
And I also vote in favor of rejecting Mr. Calatur's appeal. Therefore, with 5 votes in favor for rejection of Mr. Calatur's complaint, the complaint is rejected. We move to the next candidate, which is Mr. Dmitro Plachkov. I propose to you to reject the complaint submitted by Mr. Plachkov. And unless there are points that you would like to raise, I suggest we go straight to the voting. Donatas?
Yes, I vote in favor of rejecting Mr. Rechkov, complaint. Yeah, Mr. Yes, Plachkov, yes.
Thank you very much. Oleg?
In favor.
Thank you. Yuri?
In favor.
Jim?
I also vote in favor of rejecting Mr. Plachkov's appeal.
And I also vote in favor of rejecting Mr. Plachkov's appeal. Therefore, with 5 votes in favor, Mr. Plachkov's appeal has been rejected. And we move to the last complaint that we have on our agenda today, the complaint of Mr. Sergei Fokin. I suggest to reject the complaint based on the responses that we have received from our contractor. Therefore, I submit to you the proposal to reject the complaint of Mr. Fokin. And unless there are points that you would like to raise, I suggest we go straight to voting. Donatas?
Yes, I vote in favor of rejecting Mr. Fokin complaint.
Thank you. Oleg?
In favor of rejecting.
Yuri?
In favor of rejecting.
James?
I'm also in favor of rejecting Mr. Fokin's complaint.
And I'm also in favor of rejecting Mr. Fokin's complaint. With 5 votes in favor, the complaint of Mr. Fokin has been rejected. Therefore, as a result of the vote today, the list of candidates that have terminated their participation in our selection procedure shall be supplemented with 4 names, Mr. Titarchuk, Mr. Kalatur, Mr. Plachkov, and Mr. Fokin. As decided in the previous meeting, the next phase of the procedure will take place on the 7th of April. We wish best of luck to the candidates continuing the procedure, and would like to once again underline that we will share the information and the responses that we receive from our contractor to the persons that have submitted complaints to the procedure. With this, this concludes our agenda today. I would like to ask you to thank you very much for your participation. And again, best of luck to the participants in the procedure. Thank you very much.